Good morning, everyone. Before that, we learned about the franchise, its advantages and disadvantages was there. We learned about it. Now, another way of expansion for the enterprise is merger and acquisition. Merger and acquisition are the terms in which two companies merge together, two companies come together and ready to share everything. But here, there is something wrong with the merging and acquisition. What is it? That if a company is running so well and he merges with other company, then this company may have to share its resources with the other company. This company may have to share its market with the other company. They have to share their profits also. So why the companies still prefer this merger and acquisition? There may be some good reasons. That is why only the companies prefer it. Let's see what are the reasons why the companies prefer to go for merger and acquisition. Let's see. First one is synergy. What is synergy? First of all, we will learn about synergy, then we will see the benefit for company. See, synergy is that benefit which is earned by both the companies with merger, through merger. See, a company's value is 1 crore rupees, B company's value is 2 crore rupees. Now, if A and B merge together, then what the value should be? 1 crore plus 2 crore, it should be 3 crore rupees, but no. Here is some synergy. Here is some different benefit. What is it? 1 crore plus 2 crore is equal to will become 4 crores. Because two big companies come together, merge together, in such case, its market value will increase and the customers will increase, market will expand and the profit will expand. And now with the merging, they can share their sources, man, material, machinery, everything. They can share with each other. If they will share, then their cost will reduce, isn't it? If in a company there is large number, over number of employees are appointed, then there is no need to retrench them. They will just give transfer to those extra employees to B company. There is some jobs are vacant, it can be filled without doing any expenses, and the salary will remain same, isn't it? So expenses will remain same and the manpower requirement will be fulfilled by sharing manpower. So, and in market also, the value of merged company increases. The financiers, the investors and customers, market area will expand because they both will share their markets. Suppose Pepsi and Coca-Cola merge together. Then in one market, Pepsi sell their product. In other market, Coca-Cola sell their product. But both the companies having their competitors in market. Other soft drink companies are giving competition to these companies. Now what will happen? That Pepsi and Coca-Cola will merge together. Then Coca-Cola, one thing, it will expand its market, its own market, and Pepsi's market they will get. Same thing is with Pepsi, its own market and the Coca-Cola's market they will capture. So, one. Second thing is, if they both will become a big company, they both will capture two different big markets, then small other soft drink companies, small competitors will automatically move out from the market because the biggest market share is captured with one company, Pepsi Cola, isn't it, by the C company. So rest of the companies will move out. If rest of the competitors will move out from the market, then Pepsi Cola, the C company, will have their monopoly in market. With monopoly, 80% की जगह now they will have 100% market in their hands. So 1 crore plus 2 crore is equal to not 3 crore, it will become 5 crores. That's 2 crore rupees which extend. You know, 1 crore plus 2 crore is equals to 3 should be, but it is 5. So 2 crore increases. That 2 crore increases is called synergy benefit, which is achieved by both the companies. Is it? Next one is acquiring new technology. Next benefit with the merger is that If two companies come together, they can adopt each other's technology. They can share their um, inventions, they can share their creativity, their um, ingredients, their formulas, है ना? All these things they can share with each other. The same example we'll take Pepsi Cola. Pepsi company is giving hard competition to Coca-Cola. Both are separate companies. Pepsi is giving hard competition to Coca-Cola, but still Coca-Cola is the number one. Then everybody knows that Pepsi can afford big scientists and they can easily find out the basic ingredient in Coca-Cola which makes it so strong. Their soft drink is so strong, through which ingredient the scientists can easily find out, but they can't because Coca-Cola company having copyright with that ingredient, with that formula, with that recipe of Coca-Cola. Okay, so they have taken copyright, legal protection they have taken. So the Pepsi can't copy them. It can make something like that, but can't copy their ingredient, their Coca-Cola. Okay, so in such case, if these two companies merge together, then Pepsi will get benefit of Coca-Cola ingredients. Pepsi will get benefit. It will become Pepsi Cola. Pepsi can also start producing the same taste, strong taste they can develop in their soft drink, isn't it? So the companies can share their technology also. Next one is improve profitability. Of course, if two companies merge together, then these two companies will share each other's customers, share their market, and by together they will become a big power. Big power in spite of one market, now they will have two markets each because they are sharing their market. So their profit will increase. On the other hand, the small companies will move out from the market because they can't compete this biggest, the largest company, Pepsi Cola. So in such case, other companies, other small competitors will move out from the market. Then monopoly, the market will increase and monopoly will be there for the company. Again, the company will start more and more profit earning. So it will improve their profitability also if two companies merge together. Next one is acquiring a competency. Companies can acquire competencies, capabilities, skills also. Means they can share their manpower, they can share their machineries, everything they can share with each other. Even they can share their managerial expert advice. They can share with each other. So their competency, their capability will increase. Sometimes they share machineries, productivity will increase. Okay. Next one is entry into new markets. Merger give a big company hassle-free entry. Maybe enter the big company can give big entry into new markets also because now they have become a big power. So in such case, the company can enter in new market easily. The company will not scare off the competitors. The company can easily throw out the other small competitors, or they can acquisite them, or they can merge them in themselves. Okay, so one company, for example, see Maruti Suzuki. Suzuki is a Japanese company, Maruti is an Indian company. So Maruti was selling its product only in India and Suzuki was selling its product only in uh, Japan and other countries. But India is the biggest market for automobile companies. India is the biggest market. But here there are so many big companies which do not allow Suzuki to enter in our market. What the Suzuki has done? Suzuki wanted to enter in Indian market because it is a big market. That is why they merged with Maruti. Maruti is a small company. So Maruti also get an opportunity to go for international market. Maruti get an opportunity to sell their product in India as well as in Japan also. And Suzuki get an opportunity with the help of Maruti. They get an opportunity to enter in Indian market. And the another aspect is Maruti has become big power in Indian market. जो अब तक बड़ी कंपनीज के competition में it was a small company. Now the Maruti has become big power with the help of Suzuki, and Suzuki can give competition to Indian big companies easily because it has taken market of Maruti also, and they can share with each other their technology also. Now the Maruti was using Indian technology. Now Japanese technology is old world, very much popular technology, and they have best technology. Maruti will adopt this best technology, and their product market will also increase, and they can enter in a new market because their quality has improved. They can enter in a new market. Okay. Now, next point is access to funds. Sometimes companies may provide financial support to each other in form of sharing raw materials, sharing machineries, sharing manpower, or sometimes they can they can share finances directly. Okay. Next one is tax benefit. Tax benefit is also achieved by merger. Means two companies merge together, and suppose Maruti company. Now, whenever the tax authorities will check their account books and they will levy some tax on Maruti company, then Maruti will say that 50% share, 50% profit is earned by Suzuki. 50% profit will be shared with Suzuki company. So for Indian company, only on 50% income, the tax will be charged. I'm just telling you, this is not the criteria, but I'm telling you just an example. Okay. There are some other criteria for international companies tax levy. And on the other hand, Suzuki company, it's also earning high profit with the help of from Maruti. But what they say to their tax authorities, they also give the same explanation that 50% profit is to be sent to India, to Maruti company. So just levy tax on their 50% income only. Such type of benefits they can get. And another benefit is that if a company is doing high, large level production, then they will get tax freedom somewhere. Another thing is if they are following new technology, suppose Maruti company is following new technology, Suzuki technology they are following, then they can give explanation to tax benefits and tax authorities that we adopted a new technology, we have invested a lot of money in new technology machineries, that is why we can't we uh, have so many expenses and the profit percentage is down this year, and so down less percentage of tax will be charged. Such type of benefits they can get. Okay, let's go for next. Reasons for failure and merger of acquisition. What are the reasons? If so many of the benefits, both the companies are earning so much benefits, then what are the reasons for failure? Failure reasons are actually both companies are. I'm not just talking about the point, I'm talking about simple general term that when two companies merge together and these two companies are very big companies, so obviously they have egos. Their employees may have their egos. They don't want to share anything with each other. They don't want to take suggestions from each other. So much problems are there. Let's see what are the problems. First one is unrealistic price paid for target. What is this unrealistic paid for? Sometime during merger process, both the companies' value is evaluated. Sometime wrong evaluation is done, and for merging, high payment is given. Suppose there is one product in market for 10 rupees, and if you purchase from market for 20 rupees, isn't it uh, a loss of 10 rupees for you? The same thing is with companies. When two companies merge together or acquisition together, see, A is the larger company, B is a little small company, A purchases B. In such case, if A will purchase B, then purchase evaluation is done wrong and the high prices are paid to A. High prices are paid to B by A company. So it's a financial loss for A because for a small company, they have paid a big amount. So sometimes the estimation of real value of company becomes wrong. Then in such case, merger becomes failure because whatever synergy they were going to achieve through merging, they already have paid extra money. and they will lose that synergy benefit. And synergy benefit is the very much important benefit and very much high amount, involve high amount. Next one is difficulties in cultural integration. Sometimes two companies merge together in case of, especially if they belong from long distance or they belong from other country, then their cultural values are different, so they do not want to share with each other. Their laws are different, they do not want to follow each other's law, है ना? So in such case there may be so many problems faced by the company. Next one is overstated synergy. Sometimes companies A and B, both companies feel that if 1 crore plus 2 crore will become 5 crore, and we both will share this benefit and we will be in very much benefit. But they don't know that the synergy benefit is estimated so high. That is why they want to merge together. Actually, 1 crore plus 2 crore is equals to will become 3 crore 50 lakh only, not 5 crores. So they overstated, they over evaluated the synergy benefit. They evaluated that they will get 2 crore rupees as a synergy benefit, but they get only 50 lakh rupees as a synergy benefit. And that was the reason of failure. What is the 50 lakh rupees is not a big amount to get benefit, and they will have to share everything. So they may have to lose their market, they may have to share their profit, they may have to uh, disclose your formulas and copyrights also with each other share. So it's a very big loss for merging. And but they did. In such case, the merging becomes failure. And after some time, after a short period, they will get separation. Next one is integration difficulties. Sometimes integration becomes a challenge. How? A company prepares plan to integrate combined entities, but the second company, the another company do not accept their plans. Sometimes they do not, they want to interfere in every decision making. So there may be disputes between the owners of these two companies. So in such case, integration problem create and the merger becomes failure. Next one is poor business fit. Sometimes working style and business plans and other things, the working environment, all these things become a problem to adjust with each other. The companies do not be able to adjust with each other. They do not adjust. For example, let's just see. For example, Suzuki company has a high-tech company and they want to produce good quality cars. If they will produce high quality cars, obviously it will be of high cost. But in Indian market, Indian people can't afford. A common person, a middle class person can't afford high cost cars. In such case, Maruti will suggest him to produce only a little lower quality but at cheaper rate. Then the market will expand. But Suzuki company do not want to cooperate, do not want to adjust or compromise with the quality. Then in such case, they will be unfit with each other. Next one is inadequate due diligence. Sometimes financial problems become risk reason for each other. Suppose the one company having financial crisis and they didn't disclose this matter. Sometimes the company having too much higher liabilities in market and they didn't disclose it. In such case also the company, sorry, the merger will become failure. Next one is high leverage. High leverage. Leverage, I told you that per share the prices should be paid high. You know, per share dividend should be high. That is leverage. Here we are discussing about high leverage, that payment, prices of acquisition. This is similar to first point. In such case, here we are not discussing about dividend payment with high prices. Here we are discussing about to pay the price of acquisition. It may be high. Estimation is high and high prices are paid for acquisition. In such case, the A company who is purchasing this may get financial crisis and may be a failure. Next one is boardroom split. Boardroom split means the board of directors, the superior authorities, the owner, they may have their own ego points, ego problems. And they do not want to discuss with each other their secrets. They do not want to share their plans. And sometimes if they are discussing something, they do not want to be agree with others' views. They have their ego problems. So in such case, if management have their, here we are talking about board room, board of that directors room in which the meeting is going on. So in such case, conflict between top management may become a reason of failure. Next one is regulatory issues. Regulatory issues, because both the countries, both the states may have different laws, and in such case it becomes very difficult to follow laws of each other. And sometimes, suppose Indian company want to acquisite a Pakistani company, but Indian government has declared Pakistan, not declared, I'm just taking an example. Indian company has declared Pakistan as an envy country. In such case, law will restrict us. Okay. And whatever merger is there, whatever acquisition we already have done, it will be cancelled now. Now the separation becomes necessary. So sometimes legal issues may become a reason of failure. Okay. Next one is human resource issues. What is this human resource issues? That sometimes manpower, if you want to share, they can't adjust with each other. Sometimes the person, the working style may share with each other. In such case, the employees will not adjust. So our human resource means manpower. At every level, we are talking about a manpower. So in case of merger and acquisition, manpower can feel feel disturbed and feel uncomfortable to adjust with the new working environment. For example, public company generally is a government company controlled by government, and the employees are getting higher salary, central government, and their working style, everybody knows their government employees working style. Everybody knows it. They are very much lenient. They are, if they will not come in office, or once they will come in office, they will not do anything, है ना? For so, but in private company, they are very hard working people. So if a private company take over, reverse acquisition हमने पढ़ा था, if a private company will take over public company, and now the public company will employees will have to work according to the public company employees, as compared to with them. They have to do hard work. They have to be present on time in organization. Sometimes they have to do overtime also. So they will not be able to adjust there. In such case, the working the employees will may agitate, may not ready to work with them, or the performance will go down. In such case, the merger will become failure because the company's performance will go down. So these were the reasons in which a company's merger and acquisition may become failure. So that's all for today. Nobody will leave the class before giving your attendance. Yes, Bhavya, unmute your mic.